Welcome back to my stained glass channel. I am Gary, and you are in the fact zone. I shoot 'em straight. I give you all the details you need to know about making stained glass. There's no, sugar coating. You know me. I'm a straight shooter. I get right to it. Today I'm going to hopefully be quick about it. I'm going to show options for edging your stained glass. Whether it's a medium-sized piece, smaller sun catches, what have you. The common go-to is using the wire, the pre-tinned wire, and you follow the contour. You kind of hold it in your solder when you on your edge bead. It gets, but that's okay. It's actually better than not using it. It'll keep the foil from lifting. But a better option for larger pieces is to use this actually U brass. It's 1/8" U brass, very durable. You can't pull it. You can bend it when you need it, but it's not going to fall off. And that's the bet if you're doing a mid-sized piece like this. Hey, get in the camera here. This is a piece I made for my wife for Mother's Day 26 years ago, 27 years ago. Beautiful patina, no white crud. I'm getting off subject, but I used Glass Pro flux with this, which is not a zinc chloride flux. And I found of late that zinc chloride fluxes leaves a residue that ends up crystallizing, becomes that white crud, and I'm having the darndest time trying to get rid of it or find a solution. Best solution is to use Glass Pro flux or oleic acid, which is a natural flux as well. We're going to talk about edging small sun catches. Now here, what I have here, this is 3mm, 1/8" brass. And this is the brass that we use to edge the bottom of all of our Tiffany lamps. Get a closer shot here. You could see that, but all along the bottom is this brass. And there's a two-part reason why you use this. Number one, a very low profile. You can barely see it's on here. Second part of it is, when this brass is attached to the bottom, and as you put it down, you tack it, and the solder that's on the lamp, you just kind of work your iron into the crevices and push it in, crimp it. It bends very easily this way. That two-part thing I was telling you, speaking about, is that unlike copper wire like this, which will bend this direction, that direction, all directions, this brass, I guess it's like a strong wire, but it doesn't bend this way. It doesn't. When you put it on, the reason why our lamps are so strong is you can't bend the lamp, and on an angle like that, which would work just as well with small sun catches. Let me cut a piece off. And it's very easy to work with. So you cut right with a regular pair of nippers. And again, when you put it on the edge, you just tack a small tack with your iron, with the tip of the iron up so the solder flows to that pinpoint. Then you work your way around, get to your next spot. Actually use the tip of the iron to kind of push it in, and so on and so forth. the advantages are amazing. I mean, it'll make your stained glass so much stronger. If you're worried about hinge joints, where, pieces come, they come together on a line, and there's a chance of something bending. This along the T side of the line, or the top of that line, will prevent that bending if it's soldered well. Very strong, has very strong lateral properties here. And to clean it, it's very simple. You always want to prep your brass before you use it. Just take, brass or steel wool. Here I have brass. You can see it comes out really clean. Just a few passes. No need to go crazy sanding it down. Just pinch it in your fingers and pull it through. Right? And, in case it's sitting around for a while. What that's going to do, it's going to give you a really nice, clean surface to work with. Right? And the solder will stick a lot better. So again, this is 3 millimeter wide. Compared to a flimsy wire, well, this will not bend this way. Once it's soldered down, it is very, very strong. Wire, if you soldered wire down onto, say, a lamp or something, you still have the chance of things bending in this direction. So it's not just better, it's a major step up from using just wire. This could be sold as, I think it's sold as strong line or one of those things, but make sure it's the width of glass, which is about 1/8 of an inch, or 3 millimeter, and as you can see, it nearly disappears. Looking at it on this plane, you don't even see it. Whereas if you used wire, you'd see that bumping up of the wire. Another thing, that was another benefit of using this flat brass wire. It also patinas well. You can see that this is beautiful patina on that. It matches the brass on the top of the lamp, here, and also on the crown here on this lamp. I used the same 1/8 inch U brass, shaped, like a U. And put around each crown, and then they're soldered together. There's no seam up here. The seam is down at the bottom where we solder. And, because when you end your brass, you have to, make sure it's covered. And in the corner is fine because it's all along the bottom. It would never be an issue. For the points, the way the brass is shaped for a point like that is you cut the U brass. You got your 2 legs. You cut one leg, you cut the other leg, snap it back like that, and then snap it down. When you snap it back and snap it down, it folds right over the point. And then you just take a pair of pliers, flat pliers, and give it a crimp like that. It's 100% better than regular wire. This wire is best use for this is, for making loops. You can make loops with it. I mean, to put around stained glass, I wouldn't advise it. It really is not a good idea. And this stuff you can make loops with this stuff too. You can bend it like that. And there's your loop. So get yourself some 3 millimeter, 1/8 inch brass. It's a lot stronger. I'm going to say 100 times stronger. Easier to use. If I hit the camera one more time, goes on easy, and a lot cleaner looking when you're done. It literally disappears. And I just wanted to show one more way of edging stained glass. This is done with the Hobby U-LED, actually. And, you would think that this would be a weak spot, but this lead that we use for edging, it was high in tin and antimony. It was a number 2 lead or higher. You don't get the soft Hobby U-LED. You get a thicker, the tensile strength is a lot stronger. Ask your supplier for a number 2 or higher, U-LED, this 1/8" U-LED. For 1/8" glass, it's probably more 3/16, but it's very, very durable. You can see the top is hanging from area with no joints. This was made in the 70s. This is old Kokomo. We used to call it Flamingo. And then another Kokomo mossy green and a Kokomo lemon yellow, we used to call it. So, 1977. But you get the lead, it's hard to bend. I mean, it'll bend. If you put it down and bend it, you bend it. Oops, I hit the camera one more time. I'm gonna, you put it down and solder where you need to. This stuff is amazingly strong. It's a big step up from just using regular 1/8" Hobby U-LED. Remember, get the number 2 lead or a high antimony or a high tensile lead. It's got more tin in it. Well, it's got tin in it, and it's got antimony in it, and it's very strong. Major suppliers like Ed Hoy and Sunshine Glass and places like that, Rainbow Art Glass, they would have it, or at least be able to get it for you. So don't get the real flimsy lead. Get it where it's really strong. I see a lot of folks asking about framing this stuff in lead, the Hobby lead. It's not a good idea. And if you did frame it in Hobby lead, hang your loops where you have a seam like that. So the loop is going to rely on this line here, not on the lead itself. I hope I had a little insight to how to surround glass. Really, wire, it's good for loops. Really, I mean, honestly, that's all it's really good for. I mean, I don't know. Not to edge stained glass. I mean, you can. It's better than not using it, but if you put a good edge bead on your stained glass, you shouldn't have a problem. You shouldn't have to put wire on it. It's a false sense of security. If you want your stained glass to be strong, get the 1/8" flat brass. And you'll love it. It goes on real easy. And then you can solder over it to bury it if you want, or just leave it, flat to the edge, and it's fine. You could fill in the little voids if there's a little daylight coming through, things like that. Once it's on something, and you're looking at it on the side here, if there's a little daylight, you just run your iron right over it. It fills it right up because brass takes really well to solder. Probably just as well as copper foil. I mean, brass is actually, the composition of brass is copper and zinc. More copper, but it's copper and zinc. And you got bronze, which is copper and tin, that's why bronze also solders well, because it's got tin in it. So brass is copper and zinc, material that solders really well. I hope the video helped. And I have so much more. I'm every time I turn around, I say, I got to talk about this, talk about that. I got so much more information. So if you're in with me, if you're a subscriber, you're going to get the updates. You're going to see all this new content. My live feeds, I'm going to go live with my son really soon. I'm thinking we may do like a partner thing, Dad and Chris, or whatever, and do very informative stained glass instruction. None of this, well, we're going to talk about that and cut the same glass every night. No, we're going to go in depth, deep into everything about stained glass. And I didn't even get near the surface of designing stained glass yet. And painting. I could do 100 videos just on painting. So be sure to subscribe. And get this stuff. It's called Strongline or something like that. I picked it up years ago, but it is available. Ask good companies like Ed Hoy, any major stained glass retailer. Tell them you want the 3mm or the 1/8 inch thick. Okay, you don't want because it does come thicker. That kind of protrudes above the glass. You don't want that. All right. If you have any questions, hit me up on the video, below the video in the comments. I answer everything. I love the questions. I love seeing what everybody thinks. And if they have, any comments, please. I like the attention, okay? I admit it. No, thanks a lot for watching my videos. And, if you do stained glass and you enjoy my stuff, welcome. I want to help out as much as I can. Take care, and we'll see you on the next one.